everyone, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be showcasing Archer alongside Dan Heng, and we're also not going to be using Sparkle for today's showcase. Before we get into today's video, I would love to know if you are excited for Dan Heng, if you are going to be building him, and lastly, if you would like to see some more Star Rail content from me, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and now let's get straight into it. For today's showcase, we are going to be using Archer, Sunday, Silver Wolf, and then Dan Heng, and let's just use our techniques and then get straight into today's showcase. We are going to attack with Archer here, bam. Now let's get straight into it. With Dan Heng, we are just going to basic attack. Archer is going to come in with a follow-up, and now we are going to get attacked a bit here. All good. With Dan Heng, we are going to use his ultimate to enhance Soul Dragon. Boom! Now Archer's going to come in with the follow-up. As for Silver Wolf, we are going to implant this enemy right here with the Quantum Weakness, and also follow up here with her ultimate, just to reduce the defenses of these enemies even further. As for Archer, we will just basic attack. With Sunday, we're going to advance forward Archer, then give Sunday's ultimate buff to Archer right here, and we also have a nice amount of skill points. Now with Archer, we're just gonna do our thing and start shooting at this enemy right here. Boom! And now with Archer, we could just use his ultimate, deal a bunch of damage, bam! Shoot another arrow, boom! And there we go, and now we're on to this enemy right here. We can just shoot one arrow. Soul Dragon's gonna come in, follow up there from Archer. Now we can basic attack, another follow-up, basic attack once again. And now Soul Dragon is going to attack like so. And now we can advance forward Archer. We should be able to kill here. Boom. And bam. There we go. Now we're on to the next wave of enemies, which is awesome. We're going to use Silver Wolf's skill right here on this enemy once again. We are going to get hit here. Soul Dragon's going to come in. With Dan Heng, we could just basic attack and we can follow up here with his ultimate. And boom! Now with Archer, we could just basic attack. With Sunday, we can advance forward Archer. And now with Archer here, we can use his ultimate. Just deal some nice damage like so. Boom! We can also use Sunday's ultimate right here. I kind of wish that Soul Dragon actually went in front of us, because this would have resulted in Archer using a follow-up attack and being able to get another skill point, but it is fine. We'll just shoot one arrow. Boom. Now this thing is going to summon its little friends, but no problem. Soul Dragon, bam. Okay. Now we're gonna get hit here. With Silver Wolf, I am just going to skill on Japard and follow up here with my ultimate with Silver Wolf, reducing all of these enemies' defenses. Boom! Here comes in Soul Dragon. Now we are going to get attacked a bit. With Dan Heng, just basic. Alright. Now with Archer, basic once again. With Sunday here, advance forward Archer. And now with Archer, we could just use his skill. And boom! Now Soul Dragon's gonna come in with the cleanse. We are gonna get hit here, which will work in our favor, as this will allow us to get Archer's ultimate, which we could just use this on Japard. And boom! Already at 11%. Oh shoot, I forgot to click Dan Heng's ultimate. Oh no! It's fine though, it's fine. We could just use now Sunday's ultimate. Okay, he's gonna come in with the follow-up. Oh my gosh, unfortunately it was on that little enemy. We want it on the big enemies. With Silver Wolf, going to debuff these enemies once again, use her ultimate, advance forward as well. Boom! Okay, nice, we hit a big enemy that time. With Dan Heng, we just basic attack. This enemy is now gonna go down because it got advanced forward. With Silver Wolf, we are just gonna use her skill. Right, we are gonna get hit here a bit. Okay. Now with Archer, you can just basic attack. Advance forward Archer. Use his skill. And boom! There we go. We're able to clear that in a 1 cycle. We were dealing really nice damage there as well. And yay, there we go. I wonder if with more optimization, we would maybe be able to get a 0 cycle with that team. But regardless, a 1 cycle is still very, very good. Now let's check out the builds for today's video. I just realized as well, we literally have 2 free characters on our team for today. We have Archer and then Dan Heng, which both of these characters are excellent free characters. So here we have Archer and here are his stats. So we actually have speed boots on Archer for today, which if you want, you still can go with the attack boots. I haven't done too much testing with attack boots with this current team. I've mainly tested the speed boots just to do the -1 setup where Sunday is slightly slower than Archer, which allowed Archer to attack and then Sunday can just advance him forward. And with Archer, we can either use the basic attack first, then once we get advanced forward, then we can use our skill or just go about it depending on how many skill points are readily available. We also have excellent crit ratios on Archer. We have enough crit rate to where Sunday's skill will guarantee that we are able to have 100% crit rate within battle. And we also have a nice amount of crit damage as well. We do have Archer's signature light cone, but if you did not acquire this one, then here are some alternatives you can use. For his traces, they are maxed out. For his relics, we are just using Rootland Arena and then Genius of Brilliant Stars. Genius of Brilliant Stars here works very nicely. Even though those enemies were not quantum weak, we have Silver Wolf on the team, so she's going to be able to assist with this. And that's what makes Silver Wolf a really nice option as well alongside Archer, as he can fully take advantage of the Genius of Brilliant Stars set, even if enemies are not quantum weak that you are facing. As for his Eidolons, completely E0. I've not activated any of these. If we had this E1, honestly, I think we definitely would have been able to get that 0 cycle without many issues, as we would have been able to get more skill points while he is using his skill, which would have resulted in us being able to use his skill more frequently while he is shooting his arrows. As for Sunday, here he is, and I have been using, I feel like, the same Sunday build in almost all my videos that I've been doing so far. And we have his signature light cone. For his traces, they are maxed out. For his relics, we're using Lushaka, give some more attack to Archer, especially because Archer is on speed boots for this run. So we want to give more attack to make up for that attack we're losing out on by not having attack boots. Also, we have some energy regen with Lushaka as well. Then we have our deal. This will assist with giving Archer even more crit damage on top of the crit damage that Sunday is already going to be giving him. As for the Eidolons, completely E0. I've not activated any of these. And now for Silver Wolf. Here she is. We have a very fast Silver Wolf. Nice amount of effect hit rate as well, energy regen rope, and she is holding Cipher's light cone, but honestly our damage was a bit overkill in my opinion, especially near the end there. So you definitely can use an alternative light cone. You don't have to have Cipher's. Cipher's are just nice for the additional speed that it'll give Silver Wolf, and then on top of that being able to further reduce enemies' defenses with this light cone as well, paired alongside the defense reduction that Silver Wolf already inflicts onto enemies. But for those that do not have this light cone, no worries. Here are some alternatives that you can consider using on Silver Wolf. For the traces, they are maxed out. For the relics, we're using Lushaka and Eagle of Twilight Line. We're using Eagle of Twilight Line to advance forward Silver Wolf after she uses her ultimate, but if you do not have this set, you can consider alternative relic sets on her as well. We have Lushaka just for the energy regen, and then also being able to give additional attack to Archer, but you can use alternative planar sets as well. For example, if you really like Von Whack on your Silver Wolf, you can definitely go with that as well. For Eidolons, completely E0. I have not activated any of these, as you all can see. Now we have Dan Heng, and we have a fast Dan Heng, nice amount of speed. Reason why he's fast is so that he can basic attack frequently to assist with regenerating skill points for the team, as this team does not have Sparkle. If we had Sparkle, we probably could have used maybe some more skills here and there. And is Dan Heng okay? Oh, okay, that's what he's doing. Oh, that's so cool. I thought like he like fell to the ground or something. I was like, what's happening? But regardless, we have a fast Dan Heng here, as he will be able to assist with the generating skill points for Archer. Silver Wolf can also use her basic attack here and there. The reason though we had to use her skill is because we do need to implant quantum weakness on the enemies we were facing to take full advantage of Archer's Genius of Brilliant Stars set that he has equipped. As for the light cone, we do have the signature. For the traces, they're maxed out. For the relics, we're just using Lushaka, and then the shield set. This shield set is amazing on Dan Heng, and I would highly recommend getting this set for him if you do plan to build Dan Heng. Lushaka is also stackable for those that were wondering, so we are going to be able to take advantage of even more attack now with the Lushaka set. Plus, Dan Heng is already going to be able to give an attack buff to Archer. As we can see here, when Dan Heng uses his skill, he will increase the attack for the target that has become the bond mate in this case Archer, by an amount equal to 15% of Dan Heng's attack. On top of that, since Dan Heng is going to be able to provide Archer, which is now the bondmate Soul Dragon, this now counts as a summon, which means that you'll be able to take advantage of the full buffs from Sunday's skill, resulting in an 80% damage increase, as Sunday will be able to provide a 30% increase. But then if the target has a summon, which Archer now will have a summon thanks to Dan Heng making him the bondmate and providing him Soul Dragon, you will now be able to get an 80% boost instead, which is great for further increasing Archer's damage output. And then lastly, for the Eidolons, he's completely E0. I've not activated any of these, as you all can see. And overall, this team was very fun to play around with. I did want to test out this team with no Sparkle, but of course, if you have Sparkle, feel free to put her on this team, and that still will be one of Archer's best options, of course. And then when it comes to Dan Heng, if let's say you don't have Sunday on the team, so you're not taking advantage of that additional damage boost from making Archer the bondmate through Sunday's skill, that is fine. You still can use Dan Heng as a general sustain for your Archer. He's going to be able to give him that attack buff, which is still valuable for Archer as he is an attack scaling damage dealer. Plus, Dan Heng can of course provide very nice sustainability with his shields. So Dan Heng can still have pretty nice general usage, I would say. And then in the slot of Silver Wolf, this is more so up to you on which other character you want on the team. I use Silver Wolf for the quantum implant specifically, and also of course she's able to reduce enemies' defenses, but you can consider using a character like Cipher. You could end up using Sunday and Sparkle alongside Archer as well. There's multiple options you can honestly go with when it comes to your third slot right here. And when it comes to Sunday, reason I'm using him is of course the buffs that he'll be able to provide Archer when it comes to the energy with Sunday's ultimate, the crit rate buff, which will allow us to guarantee that Archer has 100% crit rate within battle. And then on top of that, the crit damage boost, and of course that 80% damage boost through Sunday's skill. So overall, this was a very fun team to show off. Do let me know other showcases you'd like to see, and I will try my best to do them for you all. And I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye.